Hey everybody, my name is Liz Eaton, and I am going to be teaching you guys all about when you first get your oils and you're like, I have oils and now what do I do? So today we are going to be going through all of the ins and outs of how these oils work. I'll give you a lot of different ideas on what to do with them. So I would definitely recommend having a pen, paper, something to write with or something to take screenshots with so that you can have this information to use in the future. Some really great just ideas on where to put your oils, how to use them, and how to really get started with using them. And then I'm going to also teach you how to reorder or get more additional things from doTERRA, and how to get into your doTERRA account, because now that you have had a membership, you have access to the shop on doTERRA.com. So you probably started with an aroma essentials kit or a healthy habits kit or a home essentials kit, or there's a few other kits out there that you might have started with. But today we are going to go over just a gamut of different ways to use all of these different kits. I'm going to explain how to use a diffuser and give you guys some really good ideas on how to use your oils. But first, I would like you to just open your bottles. If you haven't opened your bottle, if they're still sitting in the box, bust those open, unscrew the lids, smell them. You can even put them on if you want. But I'm going to teach you all about how to really dive in and start using them. If you didn't get these cute little cap stickers like this that you put on the top of a bottle, I would highly recommend adding that to your wish list. And I'm going to say add to wish list kind of a handful of times throughout this. So if you want to take notes on that, these are all just items that I feel like are kind of like the next step. So you've gotten initial oils, you've gotten a diffuser, maybe you've gotten a few supplements even, and now that you're starting to use them, you might need a few other things that you're like, I wish I'd gotten that, right? So this will be your wish list. So these little stickers, very handy, very helpful in when you're using them and they're around your house and it's easier to see what you've got. Plus, honestly, I just really like putting on the stickers because it's a lot of fun. All right. So remember, I'm going to tell you guys kind of where to place your oils too, because if they're sitting in a box up in a cupboard, the likelihood that you're going to actually use them is slim to none. So keep that in mind. Now, a couple other things that I want you to note is if you have been given an essential handbook, an oil guide of any sort, I would highly recommend making sure you have that accessible to you, because it does come in handy when you need to look up, oh, what does peppermint do? Or I have a headache, what do I use? These are the type of things that you'll be using a handbook for. Okay. Also, there is an app. There's actually a handful of apps that have been created that are very useful and very helpful. Modern Essentials actually has an app that is really helpful when you're out and about and something comes up, or if you just need a quick reference guide, that is also helpful. And then in addition to that, I hope that you guys are a part of our Facebook groups. There is one called Discover Natural Wellness that you are welcome to be a part of because you have a doTERRA membership within our umbrella of a team. So there's great community over there, lots of information, lots of great guidance. You can type in the search bar something like headache and it will pop up lots of different ideas for you. Or you can type in oregano and it will give you ideas on what oregano does. Make sense? All right. Also, I want you guys to remember oils are plants. That's correct. Oils are plants. So lots of different uses for every single plant, lots of different overlap of chemical compounds. So one oil that might be great for you might not work as well for your child, or vice versa, right? So one oil has lots of uses. One problem can be addressed by many different oils. Kind of like a salad, we can put lots of ingredients in and it still tastes delicious. And the next time we might put in completely different ingredients. and it still would taste delicious. So don't feel overwhelmed by this. It is a slow process, but the more that you play around with them, the more that you test them out. I use my kids as test dummies. Not very nice of me to say, but I use them as little guinea pigs all the time when I first started using oils, because it was so helpful. I've used oils for 10 years now, and at first I was like, oh, let's try this one. Oh, let's try this one. Like, you can't really go wrong with them. And I'm going to teach you how to be safe about that too. Now, what I'm going to teach you today is, what do I need to know about oil safety? Is there anything I shouldn't mix together? How exactly do I use my oils? And I ran out of On Guard already. How do I reorder it? Right? So these are the type of things that I'm going to hopefully answer for you. So let's first talk about the power of diffusing. Now, I have a diffuser going back here. I don't know if you can see it. It's got the light on. I always have diffusers going around my house. They're super helpful and very sneaky about getting oils into the air, which then we can get into our bodies, which can be very helpful to us. So a few tips about how to use a diffuser. If you take the lid off, there will be a fill to line in there. We'll either have a little red dot or a line on it. Don't overfill your diffuser. If you do, it actually won't work. So always fill just to that water line. And then you'll want to put about 4 to 10 drops, depending on what you're putting into your diffuser. You definitely don't need more drops than that. Okay. I like to keep water or in a watering can or in a large glass jar near my diffuser so that it's a little bit more convenient. I will tell you, when you have a bunch around your house, even if you just have one, the convenience of filling them up really does help. Okay, so that is really nice to have. Now, you can't really go wrong with what you put in your diffuser, but what you'll notice is you might like some smells better than others. So citrus oils are very nice paired with mint oils, for instance, like wild orange and peppermint. Fantastic combo for like an uplifting, happy vibe in your diffuser. Or you could put On Guard in your diffuser if you've got bacteria that you're like, I need to get this sickness out of my house. That's a fantastic one by itself as well. So you can mix and match oils, or you can do single blends or single oils in your diffuser. So play around with that. I'm going to give you guys a few recipes as well. Okay. Also cleaning. Yes, you can use a little bit of white vinegar and a soft cloth to clean your diffuser. Honestly, I don't clean my diffuser once to twice a week or once every couple weeks. No, if it needs to be cleaned, if I notice that it's kind of getting like a residue in it, I will clean it. But honestly, it doesn't happen that frequently. Here's a few diffuser blends for you for immunity support. These are just some ideas. So maybe take a screenshot of this, of different excuse me, different ways that you can use your oils and different blends that you can put into your diffuser to help get rid of sickness and boost your immunity. Here's one for allergies. And so allergies do come about. They are in my household. One of my kids is allergic to pollen and that type of thing. And so having this blend going in the diffuser is fantastic during those seasons, which is just lemon, lavender, and peppermint. 2 drops of each in a diffuser is really great. doTERRA actually also makes it, and I'm going to talk about this in a few, but I wanted to mention this. doTERRA has something called the Tri-Ease Seasonal Blend, which is for allergies and can really help internally take care of allergy issues. So it's just these 3 oils in a capsule for us. All right, so here's a lot of different oils that are fantastic for helping you sleep. These ones are all calming oils and respiratory oils that can really help calm your body down and keep your airways open. So Balance, Lavender, Serenity, Breathe, Bergamot, and Roman Chamomile are all really great oils for sleeping. My very, very favorite, though, is actually Serenity. So Serenity is a mixture, a blend of oils that doTERRA has created and bottled up for us. I keep this blend by my bed, literally put it on every single night. It is the best for calming down, restful on your body. The way that I like to use it is putting it in my diffuser, but I also like to either put a little dab on my pillow, or I like to put it on my wrists and rub my wrists together so that when I'm laying there, I can smell that serenity and it will get into my bloodstream and help me calm down and fall asleep. So again, if you didn't get this oil or you don't have it, can you add it to your wish list? That's what I would do. All right, next up, let's talk about topicals. So I talked about the diffuser aromatically. Let's talk about dilution, diluting your oils and working with putting them on topically. So fractionated coconut oil is usually the go-to when it comes to carrier oils from doTERRA. But doTERRA actually has two other carrier oils now that are really great. One that is for sensitive skin. It's called Sensitive Skin, and it's very light also, and it doesn't have coconut oil. I know that some people can be sensitive to coconut oil, and so there is that option. And there's another one called body oil that's also really great for diluting. So you do have a few options, but I'm going to explain why dilution is so important and when you would use it. So when you would use it is if you're helping babies, children, elderly, or animals, especially when you're working with these type of individuals. And for spicy oils, it is really helpful as well. Because it helps break down the spiciness and puts it over a layer of area instead of a really neat concentrated area. Okay. It also helps you make your oils last longer because you only need one drop or so mixed with the coconut oil or with the carrier oil so that it goes over a bigger area. Okay. Also for sensitive areas, if you get, for instance, if you got peppermint in your eye or cinnamon in your eye or anything like this, or if you put on deep blue and then didn't wash your hands and went to the bathroom before, it would start stinging. So flush these out with an oil, not water. Very important to note. Use a carrier oil to actually get rid of that sensation or that burning if you got it in your eye. So here's some reasons to dilute. Protect sensitive skin, stretch your oils out, meaning you only need 1 to 2 drops per time, and makes oils last longer on the tissue, therefore being actually even more effective. So no dilution in this left picture, and with fractionated coconut oil on the right is super helpful to note because you see all those little yellow circles. Those are molecules that are being flashed off, actually not absorbing as well, where with the fractionated coconut oil, it's being layered on there and so much more absorption is actually happening. So when you look at this picture, you're like, this makes so much sense. This is why I should be using a carrier oil always. So another way that you can use oils topically is actually, and it's not even topically, it's kind of a mixture, honestly, between topical and aromatic. But if you boil water, pour it into a cup, and then add these oils, for instance, can really be helpful to clearing out your sinuses, clearing out a cold or chest, lung issues of any sort can really be extremely helpful. Take note that it's sensitive to your eyes, so make sure you close your eyes if you're taking these deep breaths, but really helpful when you're feeling all plugged up. But it's kind of like a mixture of the two different ways. But that's the cool thing about these oils is they're very diverse. They work in so many different ways to help our bodies. All right, here's a safety tip for you. Citrus oils are photosensitive. So don't apply them if you're gonna go outside in the hot sun, garden, sit on a boat, sunbathe, go to the beach, go to the lake, sit at a soccer game, sit at a baseball game, like all these things. Go walk around a city. You wouldn't want to put on that oil right on your skin and then go be exposed to the sun for multiple hours. That will actually can create a burn on your skin and make your skin super sensitive to these oils. Now, the reason why this list is so big is because doTERRA has quite a few blends that have citrus oil in them. So please just take note of this, and that if you put something on your skin that is a citrus oil or has a citrus oil in it, usually the effects of it are about 10 to 12 hours. So if you put it on at night, for instance, and then you went outside the next day, you'd be totally fine. It's just in the moment. And again, if you put stuff like on the inside of your wrist that's not really being exposed to the sun, or if it was under your shirt, you don't need to worry. But if it's just direct sunlight on that area. So let's talk about how to make a roller bottle. I really love making roller bottles, and the reason why is because then I can spread them around my house or take them on the go, give them to a kid that's taking it to go, throw it in my husband's gym bag, these type of things. So you can get these from doTERRA. You can also pick them up on Amazon. I know these ones particularly are really nice. You can find very cheap ones on Amazon, and it's iffy on what you're going to get, honestly. So how would you make a roller bottle? And I'm going to give you a few recipes, but it's kind of like, oh, I like Serenity for sleeping, so I'm going to make a roller bottle of it to leave it by my bed, right? So it's convenience because you can just then roll it on. But also there is a little bit of like how to do it. So you want to fill up your bottle. If you had a 10 ml, which this is a 10 ml bottle right here. If you had a 10 ml bottle, you'd put a third to a half of the essential oils, and then the rest you'd put a carrier oil. So fractionated coconut oil or one of the other ones that I mentioned. Okay. If you have a very small child, like a baby that is having digestive issues, for instance, 1 to 2 to 3 drops of the essential oil and the rest fractionated coconut oil can still be super helpful and effective for a child. So keep that in mind. It can be very diluted and still be really effective. So here's a blend for you for head tension, or if you had pain of any sort, headache, these type of things. This would be a great combination to put in a roller bottle. Or here's one for stomach upset. I love this one for car rides. If you have any kids that get car sick. My son this morning was having a stomach ache before school. I just had a roller bottle of Digestin, rolled it right on his belly before he walked out the door. So really helpful. And then another way that you can use essential oils is actually in the bathtub or a foot bath, anything like this. So a detoxing bath or a relaxation bath, really helpful when you mix with Epsom salt. So super helpful and really effective in different ways. So how you would incorporate oils into the rhythm of your life is bringing them with you wherever you go. So to a massage, give a kid a back rub, with oils. So you have a way to connect with them. I love putting oils on my kids before they go to bed because it gives me a chance to talk to them, to just, have a little interaction and touch with them, which is really helpful. You can do things like if you went to the dentist and you were having dental work done and put it on your jawline. These are just samples of ways that you can incorporate it into your daily routines. Another thing that I really love to do is adding oils to my water. So let's talk about internal use. I keep lemon oil and honestly all my citrus oils right by my sink so that I can add them to my water bottle. I always have a hydro flask around near me that I can add essential oils to that help detox and clean out my body and help my immune system just have a boost. So essential oils can be used for lots of different things in the kitchen, flavoring salad dressings, your food, a mouthwash, even gum. These type of things are really awesome to use internally. My daughter cut her lip yesterday. I was using tea tree right on the inside of her lip with that essential oil, and it was very effective. Even this morning, she asked me to do it again to help her. She can feel the power and effect of the essential oils and how it's helping her. So the other way that you can use them is in a capsule. So the bottle of oil will say on it, and I don't know if you guys can see this. I know it's really small, but it will say supplemental facts, which means it can be used as a supplement. Now, most of doTERRA's oils are good to take internally. There are a few that are not recommended to take internally, and that is because it is not as great on your digestive system. But I would say 90% of the oils can be taken internally, and I use them internally all the time. So you can make a capsule. doTERRA sells empty veggie caps that you can put oils into. And if you take a picture of this, you can see the amount of oils that you can take internally throughout the day. I use it all the time for different reasons. Frankincense under the tongue for anxiety, lavender under my tongue for anxiety. If you get a cut or sore, or if you have a sore throat, On Guard in your mouth is fantastic, or tea tree is really great as well. Again, I like to use the citrus oils in my water throughout the day. It's a great way to start your day. It wakes up your organs and helps flush out any toxins that are in there. And again, talking about gel caps, soft gels from doTERRA, they have a whole line of soft gels where they've just put the oils straight into the soft gel to make it convenient, which is super, super helpful and just really easy. It makes it really easy to use them. This is a good recipe for internal use for a soft gel that you can make yourself. If you had any sort of sickness going on in your house, this would be very effective and helpful. Okay. And then, man, if you don't know about the throat drops, my kids eat them like candy, first of all, which is great because it actually just gives them immune support. But they are really helpful for sore throat, or if you're speaking a lot in public, or if you're a soccer coach, anything like this, it's really great for that. I love traveling with them and just sucking on them to get that immune support. So a lot of the time I do use the oils internally for things like the things that are listed here. Okay. They can be very helpful for inflammation in your body, especially. So lots of different reasons why I take them internally. Okay, I want to talk to you guys for just a second about doTERRA's actually #1 selling product. This is something that I take every single day. My husband takes, my kids take as well. It's called Lifelong Vitality. And what it is it's these 3 bottles right here. So you have your Alpha CRS Plus. This is the cellular energy that your body needs to function properly. It also helps your body recover. So if you work out, or if you have sore muscles or aches and pains, the CRS Plus is going to give your body what it needs to help function properly. Okay. The omegas is your 369 fatty oils that are also, you have your essential oils in there that are going to give your body what your brain needs and what your joints need to function properly. So things like brain fog, this will help. And then you also get your vitamin complex. So your minerals and your vitamins chelated together, meaning they're going to work together to really help give your body that foundation of support that it needs. So this is definitely something that I recommend for people to take. It is a huge, huge, huge need in our lives because we can't actually eat all the foods that we need to get that foundation of optimal health for living a better lifestyle. So the oils are amazing and can work for so many different things. This is actually a huge help in the foundation of our health and really help our bodies stay where they need to be. So let's talk about the loyalty rewards program. So if you have thought to yourself at any point, or if you've been making a list of things that you need, or you're like, man, I wish I had this, this is where it comes into play. So to reorder oils, to to add on and get more things from doTERRA to really switch over your whole household and the lifestyle that you want to live, a more natural lifestyle. The loyalty rewards program is a fantastic way to do this. Along the way, you can earn frequent flyer miles. Just kidding, but you can earn points to use on more doTERRA stuff, which is really great. I like to call it the frequent flyer program or a wellness box, right? So this program might be for you if you like to swipe your card at the grocery store or put in your phone number when you like to get a free flight because you've earned enough points. You use it the same way to buy your oils or everyday products that you use in your household. There's lots of consumables that doTERRA has, like shampoo and conditioner, a whole household line of products that are really amazing. Tons of other supplements that I didn't even mention. So you'll want to save up some of those points and redeem them for things as you go. So the way that it works is you start at 10% back and you work your way all the way up to 30% back. And the way that you do this is by getting at least 50 points. Now, let me stop for a second and explain this. doTERRA has a currency, their own currency. It's called PV, stands for point value. So it's kind of like dollars, but doTERRA has their own currency. Okay, so if, for instance, if lemon oil was $10 or $12 and 12 PV, it's the same. But some things like lifelong vitality, for instance, is $80 and it's 60 PV. So sometimes they match up and sometimes they don't. So if your order has 50 PV, you get to be on this scale where you can start working your way up to 30% back in reward points. So for me, for instance, if I ordered 100 PV in a month, then I would earn 30 PV into my little doTERRA bank account of rewards. Okay. So doTERRA has a really awesome thing called Product of the Month. It switches every single month. They're always throwing out new products for us to try and to use. And sometimes they're even special ones that doTERRA doesn't normally offer. So how you do this is if you order 125 PV before the 15th of the month, you'll get a free product automatically. It just adds to your cart. It's pretty awesome. So I always make sure that my order is over 125 PV and that I order by the 15th because I'm a sucker for free oils. So how do you log in? How do you do this? So you got an email from doTERRA and hopefully whoever enrolled you, whoever helped you get your account, gave you a little bit of information on how to log in. But if they didn't, I'm going to explain it right now. doTERRA.com is where you'll want to go. And this is the screen that will pop up. So what you'll want to put in there is your email that you signed up with or an ID number that was in that original email. Okay. Also a password. So you either were assigned a password or you signed up yourself and got a password. This is where you'll put that in. Okay. You can also always click the forgot password if needed. So once you're logged in, you'll see a screen that looks like this, where you have two options: to create a new LRP or create a one-time order. You'll want to create an LRP to get all those reward points and to also save and get free shipping. Okay, so that is the best way to do it, is through the LRP, which is a once a month wellness box sent to your house. Now, if you don't want to do that, you can always just go in and create a one-time order, but you don't get free shipping and you won't start creating those reward points. So just keep that in mind. It will ask you to set up a date to shop. This will be the date that is when your box will be sent out. So if the date is in purple, if you choose a date that's in purple, that means that you're qualified for that free product of the month. And if you do it in the black, then that means you don't qualify for the month, but it will be processed on that date. You can always hit process now, even if your date is in the black and you want to process it in the purple. The reason why these other dates aren't available is because the warehouse is at max capacity for shipping for that day. So I would recommend doing it in the purple so that you qualify for the product of the month. So to add things to your cart, you can either just do a quick search here, or you can go to the shopping tab and add things that way. So this is how you create a cart, add those wish list items to it, or reorder items that you are out of, and that's how you add them. And then you can, the next month after your items have shipped, you can actually just keep editing this same loyalty order, and it will tell you when it's going to ship next. Okay, right here. So edit your order here, then you can go in and just change out what you need. Oh, we need shampoo this month. Oh, we ran out of lavender. Oh, I need a box of Lifelong Vitality. Whatever it is, you can add it right there. All right. So just to give you an example, all those items that I talked about wish list or adding to a cart, if you added all these things to a cart, you'd have 139 PV in your cart, which would qualify you for that free product of the month. And you'd also get all these things, and you would get rewards points back, and you'd get free shipping. So pretty awesome if you think about it that way. So monthly ordering tips: set your date before the 15th so that you can get that free oil. doTERRA will send you an email 2 days before your LRP goes. You can also opt in for text message or reminder. This is super helpful because it's an ever revolving cart of what you need, right? So some wellness boxes out there and shipping things, you don't get to choose. They just send you what they want. It's like a surprise. doTERRA, you get to customize it for you. You get to see what you need to reorder. And I always use it as my shopping list throughout the month. I'll just, oh, yep, we need that one. Oh, yep, we need that. So you can do it like that. If you add consumables, things that you would normally buy at Target or Amazon for your household, you're earning points back this way, and you're getting a much better quality natural product that is going to be overall better for you anyways. So think about things that you can switch out and add to your wellness box instead of something that you have to pick up at, a big brand store. Also, you can always hit process now if you need to, instead of waiting for that date to ship. So that is all my tips for you. And if you have any questions, please always remember that you can ask them to me or to the person that enrolled you. So I hope that this helps. I hope that you found some value in it. I hope you found some recipes in it. You can always go back and watch and look at some of those ideas again, and we'll see you next time. Bye.